Every trader needs a little fuel, something to keep them grounded, focused, and inspired. Not every lesson comes from a chart or a strategy. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from just a few words. In this video, we're diving into 15 powerful quotes from legendary traders and investors, and more importantly, how you can use them to level up your Forex game. Let's turn quotes into profits. The four most dangerous words in investing are, "This time it's different." Sir John Templeton. Sir John Templeton warns us about ignoring history. In Forex, getting caught in the hype of a new era or unique situation can make us abandon proven strategies. This quote reminds us to stay grounded. Market patterns may look different on the surface, but human behavior repeats itself. Stick to your plan. In trading and investing, it's not about how much you make, but rather how much you don't lose. Bernard Baruch. Bernard Baruch shifts our focus from chasing profits to protecting capital. Every loss you avoid gives you another shot to win. This quote is a reminder that risk management is more powerful than revenge trading or overtrading. Protect your account. Profits come after survival. The market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. John Maynard Keynes. Keynes hits the nail on the head. You can be 100% right on analysis and still lose money if your timing is off. The market doesn't owe you logic or fairness. This quote teaches us to stay flexible, use stops, and never marry a trade. Stay solvent first, smart second. The goal of a successful trader is to make the best trades. Money is secondary. Alexander Elder. Elder reminds us to focus on process over profit. Chasing money can cloud your judgment, but sticking to high-quality setups builds consistency. This quote teaches us that excellence in execution leads to success. Money is just the byproduct. The elements of good trading are 1. Cutting losses, 2. Cutting losses, and 3. Cutting losses. Seykota. Seykota doesn't stutter here. If you can't take a loss, you won't last long. This quote emphasizes that your number one job isn't to find winning trades, it's to avoid big losing ones. Cut losses early, and you keep your power to fight another day. Trading is not about being right, it's about being profitable. Ari Kiev. Ari Kiev clears up a common trading trap, trying to win every trade. Being right doesn't pay the bills if your winners are small and your losers are huge. This quote reminds us, ego out, logic in. Profitability is about discipline, not perfection. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett strips risk down to its core, ignorance. When you trade without a strategy, a plan, or proper knowledge, you're gambling. This quote reminds us that the more you prepare, the less you fear. Know your edge before you enter the market. The key to trading success is emotional discipline. If intelligence were the key, there would be a lot more people making money trading. Victor Sperandeo. Sperandeo lays it out plain and simple. Smart people lose money every day because they can't control their emotions. This quote is a wake-up call. If you want consistency, work on your mindset. Control your impulses and you control your outcome. In trading, it's not about how often you win. It's about how much you win when you do. George Soros. Soros shows us it's not about accuracy, it's about payoff. You could win only 40% of the time and still be profitable if your winners outweigh your losers. This quote reminds us to let profits run and avoid cutting winners short out of fear. The most important organ in trading is not your brain, it's your stomach. If you can't digest a loss, you shouldn't be trading. Bruce Kovner. Kovner brings the reality check. Trading is emotional warfare. If you can't handle red days, you'll panic, overtrade, or quit. This quote teaches us that emotional resilience is just as important as strategy. Learn to absorb losses and move forward. The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. Philip Fisher. Fisher drops a gem here. In Forex, traders often get obsessed with entries and exits, but forget to understand the bigger picture. This quote reminds us to look beyond the chart. What's driving the move? What's the narrative? Think value, not just price. The goal of a trader is to make the best trades. Money is secondary. Linda Bradford Rashke. Rashke echoes what Elder said earlier. Excellence in execution beats chasing money. This quote encourages traders to aim for clean setups, proper entries, and disciplined exits. Focus on being a great trader, and the profits will follow naturally. You have to minimize your losses and try to preserve capital for those very few instances where you can make a lot in a very short period of time. Paul Tudor Jones. Paul Tudor Jones highlights the power of patience. Not every setup is worth your capital. This quote reminds us to wait for A-plus trades, protect your capital, and strike hard when the right moment comes. Trading is about big moments, not constant action. The market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Warren Buffett. Buffett's wisdom is timeless. In Forex, rushing leads to forced trades, FOMO, and avoidable losses. This quote teaches us that patience isn't just a virtue, it's an edge. Let the market come to you. The patient trader profits while the impulsive trader pays. Trading is not a game of perfect. The goal is not to win every trade. The goal is to consistently grow your capital. Dr. Brett Steenbarger. Dr. Steenbarger reminds us to stop chasing perfection. Losses will happen, slippage will happen. What matters is your long-term growth. This quote encourages us to measure success by consistency, not accuracy. Focus on the journey, not just the scoreboard. There you have it, 15 legendary quotes to sharpen your mindset, protect your capital, and remind you what trading is really about. Whether you're in a drawdown or riding a win streak, let these words guide your journey. Which quote spoke to you the most? Drop it in the comments, and if this video helped shift your perspective, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more real talk on trading. Until next time, trade smart, stay disciplined.